everyone's in an uproar because now Native people, it has hit home with them that they're supposed to be policing their own tribes for pretendians. I didn't even know this problem existed.
Wow.
I just wanted to say, hey, look, she's a fraud and a liar, and then we got this
right
whole other thing going on.
What do you what is your whole take on that? Because that's obviously the watershed moment, the global moment, that, and the moment really that's where even the Academy now is claiming she was the first Native American to ever come onto the stage of the Academy Awards.
Okay.
What are your thoughts?
Well, looking back, it was immediate gratification for fame to be a celebrity. She was modeling. She did a few bit parts in acting. She did a Playboy layout. We're a Christian conservative family, so her outrageous behavior was just one thing after another. And when she did go to the Oscars, she did tell me and my grandparents, look, watch it. Can't tell you what's going on. I'll be there. So when we saw her walk up, it was like, oh no, now we just saw it as, here we go again. Here she's looking to get into the business. I think her and Brando kind of manipulated each other to get what they needed. She wanted fame. He wanted to make a statement. So with that incident, nobody really catches it. And a tribal member brought it out to me. I hear a lot about, she was in a tribal outfit. Well, I just recently learned that different tribes, women wear different outfits. She was in a plain buckskin dress when she should have been in Apache dress, and her hairstyle was all wrong. So why didn't the tribal nation catch this? But people like me or anyone else watching this, I didn't know. So then you've got all these people pulled into it.
Wow.
Within that time frame, I would say about it within a year, Brando is not a stupid man. And he figured this out, and he just cut all contact off with her. And I do remember that she was with my mom and I don't know if it was Salinas or something. And she just said, Brando stopped talking to me. And I don't know why. And it was devastating for her. And she was embarrassed because she could manipulate and lie her way out of it. And that was the end of it. Period. Now, that dress she has is borrowed. And that's what she did all of her modeling with and so forth. So my sister and I were talking about what happened to that dress. We don't know what happened to it. My sister Trudy said to me, she said she got bleach on it and she had to have it sent off to somebody to have it cleaned. And basically, I think the people that she borrowed the dress from said, hey, time to give it back. So anybody looking at that dress who's part of White Mountie or any tribal woman would know that is not an Apache dress.
So you have heard from other people that even this what she was wearing was inaccurate.
Correct.
Now,
Wow.
she
I didn't know that. I didn't know that about, you didn't put that in your notes, Miss Cruz, but that's all right.
Sorry, a little overloading.
Listen, like you heard my little monologue before. It's like, I take this stuff very seriously, being Chicano and love digging back into my indigenous roots. I'm not gonna claim to be part of something that I'm not. But anyways, culture, you had something to say.
Oh no, I think we got there. It was really strange for me because this is something that I had remembered because it's something my grandmother spoke about pretty regularly because my grandmother was an advocate for the Native Americans, and she would speak about this moment in 1973 where this young woman went up and essentially refused Marlon Brando's award for Best Actor that year. And she would talk about that. It was one of those moments where my grandmother would try to relate to me what that was all about and everything else. And upon discovering that it was complete fabrication, that's why this story connected so deeply with me. But I can't even imagine, how this moment was for you watching it on television, because you described your realization that this, here we go again. But I'm sure there was some other feeling, sentiment there that you were having at that moment. Beyond that,
Mortified.
yeah, there you go.
Mortified.
Holy cow!
Yeah.
Yeah, well said.
Stops at that. When I went to school the next day, I was just completely humiliated and embarrassed. I just was thinking, I hope nobody knows this is my sister.
And perhaps this is something you don't want to share, but approximately how old were you when this was happening?
15.
My goodness.
Wow.
Okay, so you were in high school.
So you were in it.
Right. And I was going, I was a very shy kid myself, because my sisters are so much older. With my father had died when I had just turned 9. We were struggling emotionally as a family. Then we have her emotional outbursts. So, when you have a family at that time that is trying to live with a mentally ill, family member, there's no tools out there.
No.
You just do the
Not
best
back
you know
then,
how.
no. Back
No.
then, no.
No.
Absolutely not. No, it was still the dark ages when it came to that, especially
Right.
for family members of. And we talked about our own sobriety. It's a different day now, but
Especially for being a child of an alcoholic like my father was. He didn't have a place to go. But considering that setback for him, he was a wonderful man. And he really pulled himself up from poverty, from being a child of an alcoholic. The man never drank, never smoked, nothing. He rode his horse.
Can you give us your father's full name again, please?
Manuel Ibarra Cruz.
Wow.
Well, I mean, if anything, CC, like, just to kind of honor this man's legacy in his family. I mean, I'm already happy with our stream today.
Oh,
that's like really important to me.
Yeah.
And again, Miss Cruz, thank you so much for joining us.